do you think? How do you think we get into this? How do you think we get into these episodes, baby?
I thought. Never mind. I don't know what I thought.
That's right. Fucking mind blower over here. Mind blower.
Mind blower.
Mind blower. No, this is the Next Game Dilemma podcast. I am your host, as always, Noel, here with the now what seems like regular, the one, the only, BB.
More regular.
More regular.
More
Yeah.
regular.
How you doing, man?
I'm tired.
Yeah, it seems like that thing's going around. It feels like work plus food plus fun equals tired.
More like work plus work plus work equals tired.
Yeah, but food doesn't help either.
No. Because if you eat too much,
Get that
sometimes
coma.
it slows you down.
Get that itis.
Yeah. But then you don't eat enough, and it slows you down.
No power.
No power.
No, actually, we are here to talk about 3 separate games, sort of. We're here to pit the exit games that are on the market right now versus each other. Not all of them, of course, mind you,
No, there's a lot
but
of
somewhat like the big 3, I
Yeah.
would say.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
There's another one I tested out too.
Which one?
The Deckscape.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. It's not what I'm used to. It's kind of like a combination of exit and unlock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As BB just said, we are here to talk about the exit games, specifically the actual exit ones. Those ones versus the unlock games versus Time Stories, specifically the White Cycle. For me, I think we should start with what I believe is my clear winner, which is actually Time Stories, the White Cycle. I think the production value that you get for buying a base game and then adding more onto it as later on sort of gives it the budget to be of a higher quality.
True.
That's for me. Everything looked really nice. The art was always impeccable. There was always a tons of different variation in what you liked.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, when we were talking about this, I think in like episode 2 or something, there's one for everybody's flavor. If you like sort
There
of
definitely
like
is,
a
yes.
zombie, more detective stuff, there's one for everything. If there's even battle heavy ones where all you do is like fight.
There's one for every sort of geek culture.
Yeah,
type deal.
it seems like they hit all the big
you
tropes.
got a pirate. There's like a Templars one.
Mummies.
There's like
Well, actually, I don't know.
fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
There is Egyptian.
Yeah.
There's an Egyptian one.
Zombies.
There's
Arkham
one
Horror.
for there's a Cthulhu one too. Won't spoil that one.
Right.
Most of these, you'll just know from like the get go though. So it's not
usually you flip it over and it gives you a little summary and you know what's up.
Yeah.
We've been surprised once or twice. Like, oh, okay, not what I expected.
Yeah, like the first time that I played, the zombie one.
Right.
I didn't know it was about zombies.
Yeah, I sort of had my, I knew I had my suspicions, but the way it actually played out was much different than what I thought was going to happen, even though it was about zombies.
Yeah. But no, I agree. I do like Time Stories for what it is. I don't consider it too much like an escape room game, honestly. Most of the time, escape room games have to like convey an actual live escape room into a condensed form.
Yeah.
So most of the time, if you're locked in an escape room, you got to find clues around the room. You got to put things together to solve puzzles. You got to find clues to solve other puzzles to try to get out.
Yeah.
Time Stories is, I think I referenced it last time, is a lot like the video game Myst. It's more like a point and click game.
Yeah.
Similar to like Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Or something where, yes, there is puzzles that you have to solve to continue. And sometimes they are hard to find because you have to put 2 and 2 together, but it's flowing more as a video game. So, just like video games, though, the original Time Stories game, it does remind me of having a video game console because the base game is needed to play all the other expansions, but really, it's basically plug and play. You take your expansion, put it into the known system of Time Stories, to allow you to play a different experience every time.
Right.
All the chits mean different things as each expansion explains everything to you. You have different characters, And even though there is technically an ongoing story, you don't need to have to do all that. You don't got to worry about it.
No, you don't. You can bounce around as much as you like.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I put these in the category of exit game is because for the most part, it's like a one shot to me. You know, you
True.
can replay them, but they have very little replay value outside of showing new players other stuff.
True.
The main so it's the most board game-ish out of the other exit games. Yeah. The others are much more streamlined in exactly what they want to do, you know.
See, but unlike the other ones, Time Stories, if I haven't played it in a while, I will forget most things. Because you run through, even though you run through things multiple times, there's so much going on at once that your brain, I mean, unless you're a super brain, like I don't have a super brain, but if you are,
I feel you.
You're just not going to remember everything. So unless it's fresh in your brain, you might be able to revisit it with a different group. And I mean, something might click, but you'll just forget like a solution or two.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, but that's still...
I wouldn't do it though.
Yeah, that's kind of why I call it like a one shot, because if you don't do it in that one shot, if you going back to it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah,
possible but difficult.
What I would do with my Time Stories though is the same thing I do with the unlock games. Actually, I just kind of replay it for others. Kind of play it as like a pseudo DM.
Yeah, you sort of just make it easier for them.
Yeah, I game master it for them because at least I know what I'm doing. I can flip through the cards faster than they would. You know, save them a bit of time. I wouldn't help them with any puzzles.
I agree.
But I'd be like on the edge of my seat hoping that they would figure something out. And they never do. It's like the one time that you were playing the exit game and I knew a certain solution and I was hoping somebody would get it and it ended up being you. Yeah. Fantastic. It's always good when you figure one of them out. Huh?
Was it the stupid
the boat?
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew it.
For me, my vote in all of these is actually Time Stories. It's one of the ones that I've played the most, but also one of the ones that I felt was just the smoothest in storytelling. You know, it was very good at that. I was very entertained throughout most of them. I don't think I had any bad experiences except for maybe like one where it wasn't blown away. But that's my pick. I think it's a wonderful investment.
I'm going to give my opinion on that. Because I don't hate Time Stories. I completely agree that for it having a story throughout and flowing the way it does is fine. I think the way it handles figuring out puzzles and solutions and then having the story progress in game, like you see things actually happen because you've done certain actions and stuff, that's all well and good. My personal favorite is not Time Stories. We will talk about the other one that I do like more later. I think I've had more disappointments with Time Stories.
Just for clarification, when you play Time Stories, do you play these with groups or do you play these mostly solo?
Groups.
Okay, just making sure.
When I did my original venture into the Time Stories series, it was with group. At least 4 players.
Okay.
Kind of like your group, you know, at the time, everybody had their thing that they understood. But when a puzzle takes you about 2 hours to solve, it's not fun.
Yeah. Getting stuck is not fun. This does not have, or the Time Stories does not have like a hint system or a reset system.
You just got to go on BGG and ask for help, pretty much.
It will get to that point for maybe 1 or 2 of them because, you know, not everybody is a puzzle solver.
Not going to lie. We didn't get through that bad puzzle in the asylum, the core box.
Oh yeah,
we didn't get through it. We had to ask for help.
We got through that one.
Yeah,
second time around though.
It was just too much. Because then again, it didn't help that we did this at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I could see that being a bad idea.
The funny thing is, one of our players ended up falling asleep on the table.
Yeah, because
it was so late. And right after we figured it out from like searching, he woke up and knew the answer.
He's like, oh, that.
Yeah. He's like, it says. I'm like, you understood this. We were here for maybe 2 hours trying to figure this out. Well, you took a nap.
That is one of the things that I did enjoy from the exit games is when you play it with more people, you have more eyes on all the puzzles, and it kind of gives everybody a chance to shine almost. Yeah. I think I played through 2 of them. I still have 1 more on the shelf to finish up.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good deal on them, so we picked those up. I'm not going to say that I dislike them, just they're not my cup of tea.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the bottom for me too.
Mm-hmm. But also, I mean, the value.
True.
It's like $13, $10. I found one for $7 once.
I bought a couple for $9.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, think about it. You get about maybe an hour and a half, like if you did it poorly, of entertainment.
Right.
You know, for less than $10 sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you have a group,
yeah,
everybody pitches in like $2.
Done.
I mean, you spend more on like movies or something like when we were pre-COVID, you know? Like,
I spent more on that shitty movie Mulan.
Oh.
Cause I'm like, day one.
You couldn't wait, huh?
No, time for my daughter to watch a classic, baby. And then...
It's a classic flop.
Ooh, God. I felt that. My wallet felt that.
That's another thing we'd have to talk about is Mulan. Because tell me why.
No, we won't get into Mulan, actually. Because that's a whole other podcast. Just bitching about...
the thing is, I haven't seen the new one.
Good.
I know parts
Good.
of it.
Good.
I know parts of it. But there's one gripe about it that I have. No Mushu.
One?
That's the main gripe for me. And this is why. They have a... I mean, this is kind of spoiled in the trailer. I don't know if anybody cares. But they have a witch throughout the movie doing magical things, looking like Aang from Avatar, just like floating in circles and turning into stuff, right? No dragon that talks to people. How is that wrong?
No
but having a witch
or grasshopper.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the grasshopper could be anything. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a grasshopper. Like, you probably don't even need the grasshopper, but Mushu.
You know what bothered me the most? No real songs from the original were kind.
I heard it wasn't even gonna have songs.
Yeah.
Like it was just gonna have like an action score.
That makes sense.
Like a drama type.
It looks like that's what they wanted to do, and then push back.
I remember like I thought they were saying how they wanted it to be like a retelling of the original story, which obviously had nothing to do with Mushu and all that stuff. But
they wanted to stick to the facts now. Is that what Disney wants to do now?
Yeah, yeah. They couldn't give us James Earl Jones as Mufasa again in Mulan form, right? Like they could have easily got Eddie Murphy back, I think, to do this.
I'm pretty sure he's available for Disney money.
He would have done it. I think.
Hell yeah, he would have done it.
Yeah,
we would have seen that.
He hasn't seen Disney money since the Haunted Mansion.
Ooh,
yeah, I remember that.
R.I.P.
Literally.
All right, getting back on track.
Yes. So, unlock.
Yep.
So, not unlock.
Exit games.
So we're on exit now.
Yeah.
Are we still talking about T.I.M.E Stories?
We'll get to. We'll finish up our thoughts on everything.
Okay. All
right.
So let's go back to let's start exit. Okay. So exit, I don't hate. It's the bottom of the tier for me, but that's not saying a lot because there's way more other escape room games that I kind of put under.
Yeah, out of these specific 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's considered the bottom. Now, I don't hate Exit. I love it for what it is. Mm-hmm. It is that one shot that you are guaranteed to get rid of it eventually. Yeah. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten rid of all of them yet. I have a lot of them that are just scraps in a box right now, mostly for memories.
That speaks a lot to the board gamer and all of us. It's just like we have like 3 or 4 unlock games to go through yet, but we keep buying them.
3 or 4, huh?
No, we have 1.
I got plenty that I went through. I've been through most of the exits.
Okay.
And I think I'm only missing 1 unlock. I got the one that was still in the box, and then I got 1 more that's actually a solo box that I have to do.
Oh, okay.
From before they did the 3 adventure thing.
Right.
And I just completely missed that one. So, I mean, I got to look for it and do it. But then I'll be caught up, so which is sad. For the longest time, I had like a stream of unlocks that I haven't done, so I was doing like 1 every week for like 2 or 3 months.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it was nice.
Yeah, I bet.
But now I'm catching up and it's sad.
I feel like I need to catch up with board games. I have like 4 board games that I haven't played that I really want to play. I got Century Spice Road, I got Barrage. I have Sonora. And then I know there was one more.
Let's not talk about people who buy games and never get to play them. I've got plenty that are like that.
Exit games. I feel like exit games are the games that a teacher would bring to like after school events. Like, all right, gather around, group. We're gonna do an exit game. And it's like,
sure. I mean, there are some puzzles in all these games, honestly, that just end up being calculus.
yeah.
But like I was explaining to Christina earlier, because she was saying how she liked the flow of the unlock ones and stuff more.
Yeah, I do too.
But I told her, I'm like, not all the exit games railroad you. Now, it just so happens that the ones you've played railroad you. They have a couple, but that's mainly because they try to follow a story. So in the case of the one you did with the shipwreck, you're going through the process of finding the ship.
And what happened.
And exploring the ship and that stuff. So it railroads you in that sense. There are some, like when they first came out, that you literally just have the book with like 10 pages in it, and you have to go through the book. And you don't know which puzzle to do next.
Interesting.
It kind of leaves you open-ended, like, to how do you want to go about this kind of deal. I mean, obviously, there has to be a certain process that you got to go through. Right. Do the easier one first, keep going until you get the things you need to solve the other clues. But not all of them railroad you. Like the last one I did is called The Haunted Roller Coaster, and you're basically on a roller coaster, and it stops periodically, and the book basically railroads you in that sense. Like, oh, you do a puzzle, keeps going, open the next page, keeps going, open the next page. You know, not all of them do that to you, though. So I think you might just have to do one that doesn't do that and see if it, flows a little better for you.
We usually pick ours based on recommendations. These were some of the ones that people were saying, or they're highly rated for like if you were new,
okay,
or highly rated if you were intermediate if you've done other exit type games before.
Yeah, don't take what it says on the box.
Yeah,
half the time exit is a liar.
And their ratings are just all off.
And the ratings are completely off. Like, it'll say it's a 3 and it's actually a full 5.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those, and I'm like, how did it get to this? And I mean, considering the way Exit works, like, where obviously you're going to throw away the contents eventually, because you're going to destroy it.
Bend it, rip it.
Bend it, rip it, all that stuff. It comes up with some very unique puzzles that you have to solve based on this concept of having to destroy everything. So sometimes you got to do stuff like, I don't know, build a tower of something, or cut stuff up and rearrange them in a specific order to do a thing.
Literally place something on top of something when it says something like, such and such can be seen on top of something, and you have an item that physically goes on top of something. Or I had one that you had to use sort of like an illusion had to happen in order for you to see it. Seems like that's a common theme. Just like weird little tiny illusions.
Mind you, I did get scared from the last one I did.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that one outside of this.
Oh my god!
Because unless you want to keep it to yourself, so you can try it yourself. But you have to buy it. Yeah, there's a reason I got scared.
Oh, wait, is it the skull one?
No.
Okay.
No, not the skull one.
Oh.
The skull one's fun. How to explain
that's
that?
That's the 2-parter, right?
That's a 2-parter. I mean, the book explains it. Like, you can honestly just kind of separate it. Like, you can do one and then do another one. Could actually just continue. It doesn't require things from the first one to do the second one.
Okay.
But it is the only exit that has the ongoing story thing going on. But there is cool things about the box, and I kind of knew about it before I even bought it, because it says it on the cover, and you're wondering why, and then you find out why, and then let's not talk about that. Like, unless you want to do it if you're gonna do it yourself, I'm not gonna actually spoil nothing.
Well, no, not that, but we don't want to spoil anything.
No, I'm not gonna spoil nothing here.
Yeah, no,
this would be on the side.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll just tell you about this.
No worries.
Yeah.
Because we might end up getting down to it. Christina still likes these, so.
Well, let me just say, you don't want to do that one with the babies around.
Oh, I figured. It's supposed to be mature, right?
No, not that at all, actually. It's just you don't want the possibility of the child coming in and messing with the contents while playing this one in particular.
Oh God.
Yeah, because there's a puzzle on there that I guess, for lack of better terms, is dangerous.
Okay, no children now around this one.
Yes,
understood.
Yes,
got it. But I played a couple of these exit games. They're fun, especially for the amount of money that you input or that you first put up. It's not a hard investment. I could see this for actually like more casual type people.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's not for the hard. I mean, it is for the hardcore gamer. If you really are into your puzzles, you like doing all this kind of stuff.
Which I am.
Yeah, which you are for sure. You are Johnny on the spot with a lot of these.
Yeah.
But no, it's if you like puzzles, they're still worth it.
Like for me, the reason I don't like the exits as much is because my brain doesn't figure out those puzzles well enough, I suppose. I'm better at figuring out why certain things interact with each other because I think about it in like a tinker sense. Like, okay, how does this thing work? Why does it do this and that? So like those puzzles where like I could kind of use my hands and I can do those puzzles.
Move things around.
But like if it's clearly like a word puzzle.
Yeah.
Or my brain does not function like that.
Where the puzzles can become really amazing because of the way you can move things around, they can also become very stale because of the way they try to go back to normal puzzles, like visuals. Or we had one where it was like you had to follow like scribbles kind of, and we had the answer in one way, but we couldn't quite connect the dots, and it just feels like that happened a little too often with the exit. Like, you think you're on the right track, which you might be, but there's no way of figuring it out
without cheating.
Without cheating.
Yeah.
A lot of the times you flip over the hints and it's like, yep, I know that. Yep, I know that. Yep, I know that. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's a
and then it sucks because the way the system works for scoring, it's not like you could just say, no, I didn't read this clue.
Right.
You ended up having to read the clue even though it told you something that was obviously something you knew about.
Yep.
But again, I'm not disappointed to play an exit game ever. There's still quite a few of those that I haven't played. Again, for the same reason, I'm just more entertained by a different one.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that one next. So, and I'm pretty sure once I'm done with those, I'm going to need to scratch that itch somehow.
That's true.
And I'm pretty much done with T.I.M.E Stories white boxes too.
It's time for the Blue Saga.
I don't know how intrigued I am by the Blue Saga just yet.
Blue Saga.
I mean,
Blue Saga.
I mean, I'm kind of sad that they got rid of the core box for that.
Yeah, it does seem like a strange choice, but I guess they saw the trend of all these
regular,
all these sort of exit games, one shots.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're like, well, we sort of need to jump on the bandwagon because imagine all the times people wanted to. But like, oh, this is really cool.
Be found or something.
Well, not even they couldn't be found. Just like, oh, we need another one with that's $35 or however much it is, $45 plus another $25 for the expansion that you wanted to play in the first place. I could see that as a deterrent. Like, oh no, why not just play this unlock game, or why not just play this?
True.
So maybe it was just missed sales with the way trends were going.
But I mean, you do definitely get your money's worth out of the T.I.M.E Stories, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think you do for sure.
Like you're guaranteed. I mean, unless you're really smart, which you shouldn't be if you're playing these games, because otherwise you're gonna lose value from this box. Is like you're gonna probably play about 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, I definitely I can agree with that.
It depends on how many times you gotta do the loop.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say I've had to do the loop multiple times.
Yeah, there have been games where we played it, fairly well, and we finished the game within like 2 to 3 hours, and it wasn't too bad. The funny thing is, Alex, the guy who doesn't like actually playing board games as much as we do, likes playing these games and will play these games for 3 to 4 hours, won't bat an eye. As soon as I say wood, this motherfucker just starts like, oh, fucking Euro, worker placement,
Well,
But,
I mean, he might just be like me, dude. Like, it might just have to do with theme and something that draws him in.
I know, and I always try to compromise, and I try to pick up more things for everybody. But I fucking love worker placements.
It's just half the time worker placements have boring themes.
Absolutely. And that is sort of, I guess, part of the charm.
Like,
for
I
me.
probably wouldn't like Puerto Rico if I wasn't Puerto Rican.
Yes.
That's what draws me in to Puerto Rico.
His demeanor changed as soon as he figured out that his friend was Puerto Rican. You can feel the tension in the air. There's a spiciness in the wind.
Just joke's on you. There's no spices.
Just a Latin rivalry.
I guess. I mean, I've never really like cared about that kind of thing, but
Oh, I don't. I just like perpetuating it.
it's like the whole Mexican El Salvadorian thing.
It's the Latin people versus Latin people. It's like Mexico versus El Salvador versus Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic. It doesn't matter. If there's a soccer match and it's your country versus my country, there's nothing I can do. I am obligated by blood. Like, I don't even like soccer, yo. Like, Lakers versus Knicks, whatever. I have no stock, but as soon as somebody from Tijuana starts fighting some dude from Puerto Rico, like, I'm sorry, I gotta get in there.
Okay,
Let's move into
my favorite.
your favorite. Well, I mean, it's not just your favorite. I actually really, really enjoy these. If I had to pick something besides Time Stories, or if Time Stories wasn't in here and there was a separate exit game, I would probably pick
Or if
this
I'm in
one.
the room and I said, "Hey, we have a new one,"
Yeah,
you'll play it.
yeah, I'll play
Because so far your experiences with them have been positive. Yeah. So the next one is the Unlock series, my personal favorite.
it. And particularly the newer 3-package one.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't actually experienced the single package ones, and I mean, you will get a chance. I just won't be able to help you with them because I've already done all of them. I should have every one of them. So except for the one.
Just one.
Actually, I might have lost one other one.
Oh, there's a lot though.
But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I got at least 4 of the big boxes.
Good lord.
And then, like, I think there was like 3 sets of like the single boxes.
I don't have enough time to play my board games. This is
Yeah, well, you have enough time to do 4 of these in a day, I think. So if you really wanted to bum rush them, you could do that.
oh my god.
But they're a good filler. I mean, they literally only take about an hour for most of them, unless you suck, like in most of these.
Yeah.
But Unlock is special for me because of the app.
Very nicely integrated, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning, I'm going to say the app work wasn't as fun, I should say. I mean, it did use it, but as the games matured and they had different content, different writers, I guess different programmers and stuff too. I mean, they were able to integrate the app in completely different ways.
This last
one that we did had some. I mean, for me, there were some that were obvious uses of the app, but then there was another one that just completely made no sense. And that one. he is flapping his arms, and that's all we're going to give you on that one. Yeah. But I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. I have a theory that you kind of told me about, and I'm assuming that it has to be the only reason, because there's no way in hell that you could put 2 and 2 together. I have no idea how a phone could do that.
I want to talk about this one specifically, because the way the app was used, it surprised me at least 3 times.
We could do a spoiler. Give some time.
If you need to skip ahead because of spoilers, go ahead and skip to minute 41, 25 seconds in. I'll give you a couple seconds.
So this one is from. Actually, this is the newest box.
Okay.
This is the newest box. It's the Unlocked Mythic Adventures, and we are talking about the 4th
Space Cowboys.
Yeah, by the Space Cowboys. Space Force. This is the 4th installment in the No Side Saga. He's been around for a while. He is the main dude in like the first cycle of them. He was one of the ones in the first cycle. Then he had another solo box. It was like the Return of No Side, and then it was like the I forgot the name. It was just a play on his name,
The Misadventures of No Side.
and it was like a circus. You'll have fun with that one. I'm obviously not gonna spoil that one, but this one, Professor No Side's Animal-O-Matic.
Oh yeah.
Now, from the get-go, I had no idea how it was going to start off, because normally the cards will tell you, hey, press play, and then, flip the card over, read what you have to read, find what you got to find, just like every other unlock. But this one in particular started out with an animated short, mind you, explaining this gun, right? And the gun is to be used throughout the entire story. And all you do with the gun is you point it at animals and transfer your consciousness into these animals to allow you to do certain things. So like a cat with his night vision, a mouse being the smaller size. He also has sharp teeth, so he can do things with the teeth. The fly can, fly around, bird, whatever.
The fish could swim.
The fish could swim. So, I mean, you just kind of had to figure all that stuff out. And it was the same animals that's been seen before in the No Side adventures.
All your favorites are back.
All your favorites. The cow with the fish brain.
The blowfish.
Yeah, the blowfish brain. So, but the way the app was integrated in some of these, I just could not see how.
So, I'm going to go ahead and take a guess at the big three. My big three were...
You want to go from I guess, bottom to the top?
Sure.
Okay, so which one's your third favorite?
My third favorite has to be the off-screen one. So, where we originally tried to shoot the gun at the... it was the rat?
Yes.
And it was like, oh no, it's just the reflection. And we were just ragging our brains like, we know he's above the cabinet. Why can't we?
Now, mind you, we did not solve this effectively. Like we took maybe 80 minutes to do it, and we only got 2 stars.
Yes.
So there was a lot going on in this, and we did take our sweet time to do it.
Enjoyable the whole time through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So going back to what you were saying, we saw the reflection of the mouse, but it was not projecting the laser at the mouse, because it's not that kind of laser.
Right.
So for the longest time, we're like, how are we supposed to find this mouse?
We were trying to get him to come down.
Yes, or something or other. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know how I actually thought of this, but literally, the mouse is on this I think it's like an infirmary box.
Yeah,
for
first
aid kit. Exactly. He's on top of the first aid kit, but it's literally not on the card.
You can't see the mouse.
You see the first aid kit is kind of cut off, at the top of the card. I don't know what I thought to do this, but I'm like, okay, if I'm shooting the mouse in the mirror and it doesn't reflect, what if I just shoot
where he should be?
The infirmary box, the medical box. And it didn't work then. But then I'm like, well, he's on top of it, but I'm like, no, this can't be it. And I shot the table literally above the box, and it worked. It registered that we hit the mouse, even though we didn't see the mouse. It was up there. We were supposed to know this.
Mm-hmm. It's a giveaway because of the reflection. It was pretty smart. I liked it.
I agreed that even the fact that we still didn't get it until that moment.
Yeah.
I wasn't as disappointed as I normally would be. I agree, though.
Do you have one that you liked?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're number 2, because that even though I forgot about that one, I would put that as my number 3. The number 2.
We both know what number 1 is.
Yeah. The one
okay,
so
the
one we did this whole thing for.
Yeah.
But my number 2 is actually the final puzzle. Is actually the final puzzle involving the gun.
Yeah.
Now, the whole goal is to find this battery pack and put the battery pack into the gun. But now the gun needs to be charged. So, the funny thing is, I don't even know why I thought about doing this either, but it was because the gun was perfectly placed to where the hatch where you would charge the gun is set to where your phone charger should go. Or your device charger.
There was also suspiciously a phone charger right
next
available.
To me.
Readily available.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so I plugged it in and it just started charging the gun. It did take maybe 3 minutes to do. And you had a nifty little
some elevated music for your troubles.
and we were just waiting for this thing to charge. And I mean, it probably could have gone faster if I didn't use the box.
That's funny. Do you know what my number 2 is? It also involves the last puzzle.
Oh,
the part where you actually had to reverse. So the entire reason you're doing this is because you accidentally put your consciousness into a animal. So you're trying to get back into your body.
Right. You are no side.
Yes.
In this one,
we were down to the last card. We had charged our thing up, and we're just like, what do we do now? Of course, you had to flip it over, which is you with the gun.
Yes.
And you shot yourself back into yourself because you are the animal. So you had to look at yourself.
Because, like, at the very end, it tells you to get rid of all but one card. So there's nothing else you could do
except flip it over.
And it was like, okay, you got to shoot yourself. So at first, I'm thinking, okay,
selfie,
like a selfie.
Yeah, that was my idea.
It didn't work. But then I thought about it. I'm like, no side is on the back of every one of these cards. I actually don't know if you could have shot the
other
box,
cards.
Possibly. You could have just probably shot a picture of him.
Just anything.
Any picture of him, and it might have worked.
Ooh, time to test.
But yeah, we might have to go all the way back. Well, the thing was with these puzzles, sometimes you actually have to go through the motions.
Yeah.
Before it lets you do that puzzle.
Yeah.
So you can't just
testing.
You can't just like dial it in and then get to that point. You gotta have to go through the whole process. Gotcha. So I mean, I'll probably try it just for the hell of it, just to figure it out. But no,
that was a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
But come on, we got honorable mention for me was the bear.
Okay, well that's because you were the only one to figure this one out.
Little bit,
but I mean, and the thing is, it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, it was in plain sight.
It was in very plain sight.
He was sleeping, not dead.
I thought it was just a bear rug.
Yeah. The other honorable mention for me was because it was the opposite reason, because I fucked it up. Was the honey with the bird and then into the pillows. Just of course, that's also very obvious. That's the one. But no, the reason we even wanted to talk about spoilers was because I think this sort of blew both of our minds.
Yes. But I think for two different reasons. So I think it blew your mind because, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it blew your mind because you thought it was the obvious solution.
Yes.
And for me, it blew my mind because I thought it is physically impossible to do this.
Yeah, so the one we're talking about is near the end of the puzzle, you have to trick your
Venus flytrap.
Your Venus flytrap, or the clear copyright version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
So yeah. There's no fly. You've already passed that part, but you have this tape recorder from a previous puzzle that just sounds like a fly.
That reminds me of my honorable mention. That reminds me of my honorable mention is the cassette tape.
Oh, that itself? Oh, holding it in like...
No, well, besides that part, the fact that when you take the original cassette out of the thing and it's unwound, you have to use the pencil to wind it back up.
That is a...
that is a millennial puzzle right there.
That one put a little tear in my eye. I'm like, what you young bloods know about that? Nothing.
For us, I mean, that's common sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe a younger person might not have known that.
It's like, what do these two things have in common? It's like, oh, please.
Yeah, you just wind it back up, get your tape back in order.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my honorable mention. But yeah, so eventually you wind up the tape, you put it in the tape recorder, and it plays the sound of a fly.
After running through some hoops, a couple 3-digit finger presses.
Yes, you have to do a couple of things, do gang signs or something, that kind of thing.
You finally get it playing, and it is a recording of a fly
buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, it's a sound that is playing, and it just continues to play.
Yeah,
right?
Continuous, yep.
And I didn't understand what to do with it, because I'm like, okay, so we have the sound of a fly, in my brain, I'm thinking like all the other unlocks. There has to be something I can do with the microphone or something like talk or say something or whatever. Maybe I could stop it and maybe or maybe we wait and it tells us something. No, that did not work at all. Your silly idea ended up working, which was
you had to put it close to the plant in order for it to be distracted. Now, I originally just sort of like moved it over because I'm like, technology is magic anyways. So I just sort of moved it over. I'm like, you finally sort of picked it up and was not waving around, but you were like moving it, and it picked it up finally. Like, oh, it's distracted. Pick up this card, and then we moved along. But
the fact that a sound
Yes.
interacted in any way with a card, it just boggled my mind.
So
Now, what your theory was makes sense, and that's probably what it's going to say if I read the book. So, yeah, your theory is that it uses the camera as well as the sound.
yeah, like it plays the sound as the cue for the puzzle.
Yeah.
And then when you pick it up and you sort of have to hover it over or put it next to the card, you grant it access to your camera anyways because you're using it to constantly shoot things. So it's using the camera, quote unquote, without your permission or without you knowing that it's using the camera and just taking pictures of whatever's under it, and until it sees the plant, and then it locks in that's the puzzle, and it completes it. So that's my guess.
True.
But once again,
Magic.
It's
just magic.
Magic.
That was one of those where I just dropped my phone and I'm like, I guess. I guess. Let's just keep going. That particular puzzle. That got me.
Yeah. That whole interaction, everything was really cool. From all the small little puzzles, but especially all the uses of the camera and everything.
Yeah.
This one in particular was really, really dope.
Now, obviously, I'll talk more about the app out of spoiler. So we should probably just...
And we're back.
Unlock. My favorite is because of the app. Now, I understand people don't necessarily like games that you require the app, because then what if you don't have it?
Yeah.
What if in the future something happens? But this is an unlock escape room game. It's meant to be thrown away eventually.
Yeah.
You're done with it.
You're meant to run through it.
So, I mean, you're going to get it over with that same day? Maybe?
Yeah.
Before the app dies, you're going to get rid of it. You're going to be done with it.
Yeah. The odds of the game outliving, or the app outliving the game, is weird.
It's very... It might go into, some sort of app graveyard.
Yeah.
Deep web that or something.
But, I mean, they probably won't be selling, any of the older ones anymore. So those domains might die eventually.
Yeah.
But as long as you're staying current, you'll be fine.
True. Which, I mean, they've been reprinting these. I've noticed.
So then you're fine. You're fine.
I've noticed it. The fact that it uses this app is what draws me in. And like I said, at first, the app was not as adventurous, I guess you could say, using it for crazy ways. It wasn't like that. It was mostly used as an arbiter for the rules and where to input your codes and all that stuff. But
when did this come out, roughly? 2016?
Maybe, yeah. I think I was still in school.
Maybe it could have been a phone thing, A couple of years ago, technology changes a lot. Maybe everybody didn't have could still be on other phones that wasn't up to par for being so adventurous, as you say.
True.
Now everybody has, for the most part, a very capable phone.
At least a 7 or above.
Yeah, something that has a picture and a speaker, and you can play a couple, a YouTube clip. You're fine.
Yeah, it'll work out.
Yeah.
But now, dude, some of the things that the app does, and I mean, you've experienced some of them now.
The first one that I played to this one, very different.
And the funny thing is, you'll see me do some crazy stuff with the phone or whatever device we're using and be like, what is he doing? And it works.
Yeah.
And then I have to kind of explain it as why I did that. And, I mean, we did have something happen like that earlier. Exactly that one. Yep. And I mean, you understood why I was doing it from the get-go, because this is what something's going to happen.
Yeah, mechanically, the way the phone works and the way it was asking you to perform a certain puzzle, it made sense.
Yeah, and it's like that throughout the series.
Yeah.
There's many different puzzles like that. I think one of my favorites was in that first one that you did with me. Let me see if I can kind of mime it to you. And then and then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And you were like, what did he do? And I get it.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. That was one of my favorites, honestly, because I'm like, okay, well, I tried it one way and it didn't work that way, so I tried it the other way and it worked.
That's something that I've noticed with a lot of these games. The more people you have, the more eyes on the puzzle you get. So everybody's good at something. I would have never gotten that one that you did, but you did. So
but that's mainly from my history with the game, because I've seen some stuff and I've had to do some things with the app.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I can't believe I
gotta
had to
try
do
this.
I gotta try everything at this point. Just like for some people that kind of understand with like the ghost or not the ghost stories, time stories and the exits.
Always look under the box.
Yes,
Always
I
look
didn't know
under
if we
the
could
box.
say this. It's kind
Oh,
of
no.
It's a spoiler, but not really because like they've done it so many times.
And I look under my box for every game.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if it's an exit game or it doesn't matter if it's a Euro or a domino game. I'm checking at the bottom of everything.
yeah. See, like remember how I told you that I was scared the last one I did?
Oh god.
I looked under the box.
Oh god. Gotcha.
So yeah. So back to what I was saying. I just love the way it integrates the app. That is the main thing for me.
It was surprising how smooth everything ran off of it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And a lot of the puzzles just make sense.
Yeah.
I like the whole, like I said, I like being able to put 2 and 2 together as opposed to knowing how to do algebra.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, there was one in the other box.
I'm sure there's a couple throughout.
Now, I did one puzzle in the other box. I'm not going to say which one because you might still do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing it with Tom, one of his and Kat's friends, right? And we were just playing that one because I was like, we can do this in an hour or whatever. And they instantly knew 3
hours later.
No, it was about an hour and a half.
Okay.
But they did the puzzle, and I could not comprehend how. We had to, once the game was over, I was like, how did you do this, Tom? And he had to explain to me, and it was literal math. And I'm like, my brain don't see these things. How? And then, I knew everything else.
Yeah.
Except maybe the final puzzle. And that's one thing that I'm going to have to gripe about with all these escape room games.
Final puzzles?
Not specifically final puzzles.
Mm.
I'm going to say puzzles that make you see outside the box.
Yeah.
I hate it because, okay, there's certain things that you physically cannot do with these materials.
Right.
And it's making you do these things to solve these puzzles. And the thing is, I knew how to solve this puzzle. I did. But I could not physically do it to get to the end. So we kind of just ended up cheating to solve it because we could not make it do the thing it wanted us to do. So anything that requires physical skill, I can't do it.
So if you're going to categorize these up, to sum them up, let's say you have time stories, you got unlock, and you have exit. Who's your number one? Who would you recommend the most?
Unlock. Most definitely.
So I'm going to have to agree with you there. As far as the exit games, if you're going to pick an exit game and you haven't really tried any of them, I would say try the unlock for a couple of reasons. One, they are doing the whole 3-to-1 box now, so the value's pretty nice. And the fact that the unlocks have been enjoyable all throughout. For casual or board gamers, it feels like there's something there.
Yeah.
And it's not an investment. Not a huge investment. If you don't like it, it's fine.
Mind you, this box, I think I got this box actually. The place I got it from, it's like $20.
Wow.
Right. That store kind of does that often. Yeah, I got that one for $20. You got 3 adventures out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely a discount. It's basically buy 2, get 1 free.
Yeah.
So normally they're like $30, $35.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done the Star Wars one.
Oh.
I have done the Star Wars
one.
one.
We'll get to that one next time. Overall, my personal winner would be Time Stories just because of production value, the fact that each one of them somewhat has a different system. You get so many different variations of it. It's
definitely your board gamer's escape room.
Exactly.
That
is very well said. If you were for board gamers, Time Stories because it has the most elements.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love, as a board gamer, the unlock and exits and all of that.
Yes.
Like, those are great fillers.
Yeah.
Like, you can bring that and be like, hey, we got an hour. everybody wants to gather around, do a thing real quick. You know, that's perfect. But like, it's literally an activity.
Yes.
You know, it's an activity. Yeah, Time Stories and an experience.
Yep.
It's an experience, especially if you get into it.
Absolutely. If you like the characters, or if you happen to be like pseudo following along with the storyline, it's really cool. The problem with it is that it's a more of an upfront investment. First of all, the replayability is still next to zero.
Yeah, considering you spent all this money in order to get almost no replayability.
Yeah, so the investment,
especially if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
If you're a board gamer, you're not used to that.
Yeah.
You're not used to spending this much money and just throwing it away.
Some of us are, because we don't play our games more than once sometimes, but not on purpose.
Yeah, this is not a choice.
Yes, this one's not a choice.
You have to stop playing it because you're gonna know everything.
It's just borrowing fodder at this point, or selling fodder. However, for me, that is the board gamer's choice. I think that, and the loser, which isn't really a loser, is the exit games.
Yeah,
at pretty much $10 to $15. You're looking at rock bottom prices. Quality of the stuff is still decent.
Yeah.
But you get what you pay for.
I mean, that last one had little gems in it.
Oh my god, I still have those gems.
Those are tokens.
I'm going to make a tiny infinity gauntlet.
Yeah, those are tokens.
Yes.
That is another thing, though, that it just reminded. Exit requires you to have certain materials handy.
Occasionally.
Like
scissors,
the last one
pencil.
I was happy that I did it at my friend Julio's house. Because he's the artist guy. He has all the stuff that I would ever need to play an exit game. He had scissors, an X-Acto, if I had to do a precise cut, pencils, markers, we had to draw and stuff. Like we had everything available.
Yeah, that one's a true activity.
Yeah, like that is arts and crafts.
Yep. And it is unique in its own right, because you sometimes have to destroy things in order to figure out a puzzle, or you have to take things very literally.
Yes.
And, you know, some of the puzzles are good in the way where you're like, oh, of course, you know, and, you know, once you sort of hit it, a lot of these have that in common. But specifically Exit, just because of the physicality of it, how much you actually have to touch and move things around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a big, like, duh effect on these. You're like, oh my god, why didn't I think of that? It's like, well,
not gonna lie, that happens in Unlock a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it does.
Like, why did I think of that?
But it's not because you're physically like, oh, I just fold this in half. Damn it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
true.
You know, you don't get that type of feeling.
Right.
But these are all enjoyable games. But if I had to recommend them, the order that I would recommend is, if you're looking for a true Exit experience, Unlock. If you're looking for more of a board game where you have to roll dice and there's more interaction, decision making, and things like that, you got your Time Stories. And if you're either on a budget or just you want to try it out, it's sort of the easy to throw into your bag. Like, oh man, does your store have a program where you need to spend a certain amount to get points? Throw an Exit into your bag, you know?
That's true. But you could say that about all these, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
except for Time Stories.
What is budget to some is not budget to others, and there's also availability too.
Yeah.
So if you can only find your Exit games at $15 a pop, and then you see the Unlock at $25, you know, I'd probably go with the Unlock. But if those $10 really means a lot to you, for, you know, some young gamers,
true,
it might be the difference between picking up one game or having to wait an extra week to pick up a bigger game, you know? Yeah. So who knows? It's all up to your budget and at your discretion. That's our recommendations. So are you pretty much in the same boat?
Yeah, I go in that order.
Okay. Now, those are the ones that I have experience with. You said that there was a couple others that you wanted to just skim real quick over?
Yeah, so we got the Deckscape series.
Okay.
Now, I might actually do more of these. These are ones that I would probably do solo.
Okay.
But I mean, just because of the package and how it works, it's kind of like Unlock, just without an app.
Okay.
So you have the deck, and the deck itself is the story, and it leads you along. You got to solve puzzles in order to do it. Now, the thing with the Deckscape that I found out even before buying into it or whatever, because the nice person at the store explained a little bit of how it works or whatever, is that you get to puzzles, and not knowing the answer does not bar your progression.
Huh.
So all it does is it worsens your score.
Okay.
So if you failed a puzzle, you're still going to be able to continue through the thing, so it doesn't slow you down.
Interesting.
but your score will be worse. So in that game, I guess the score is more important.
Okay,
Obviously.
if you're trying to crack a high score.
Yeah, it's not gonna prevent you at all.
Okay.
And I mean, I saw myself doing that a couple of times when I did my own one. I'll probably bring that one to you because that one actually I didn't have to do anything to the cards either.
Oh,
so you can actually reuse
very
it.
Nice.
Those are I think $12 normally.
Okay, so we're looking at like a
around
escape
exit,
room.
yeah.
Or sorry, exit
style.
Yeah. Okay,
And
that's
those
not
are
too bad.
single box.
Single box up to how many players?
As many as you need, I guess. It doesn't have a limit.
Okay, but it can be solo or multiplayer.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just I see myself doing it more solo because like it is small packaging, takes less real estate on your table.
Gotcha.
And I don't feel the need that I need to have a bunch of people to do these.
Okay, fair enough.
It's about the size of the one box with the rabbit that you pulled out earlier.
Oh yeah, the mind.
It's about that size of a box.
Yeah, so about the size of like Flux.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. The cards are pretty nice quality. They're kind of thick. They're not the flimsy kind. You're definitely not shuffling this. Because the way that it works, it progresses through the deck to get you to the story and all that stuff.
Okay.
And this one does have story.
Cool.
So like I said, it's just unlock manual.
All right.
There's other ones that I really want to try out. Like there was one that's literally just called Escape Room in a Box.
Clever.
And it's like at Target.
Yeah.
And it has
I
like
think I've seen
a big werewolf on it or something. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, it's like the lab of the werewolf or something like that. That one seemed interesting because I think that one was a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
It started in Kickstarter and then it
Ended up on Target.
It ended up in Target.
Pretty nice.
The big name.
Nice.
The big boys, There's other ones I know for a fact. I think there's other ones that are like Deckscape. I mean, there's an option for everybody.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about these. There's more coming out. There's almost no way that we could get through all of these if we really wanted to. That'd just be so much more money. They all seem to be enjoyable, but I think I'll stick to these three for now.
Mm-hmm.
There goes our recommendations for this 3-way battle royale versus Exit, Unlock, and Time Stories: The White Cycle.
Honestly, to me though, it's unlocked, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
It's unlocked because like you're invested and you're invested just enough. Time Stories. Yeah, Time Stories. You literally have to understand and keep going with the story for as long as you're going to. Like, it's very rare that you're going to go back to it.
Yes,
you're going to usually try to one shot the thing.
That is very true. You try to. You really want to try to.
Yeah, like that one time, like I said, 3 a.m. We thought about stopping. No.
Trudging forward, man. Trudging forward.
Because once we figured it out, it was like maybe another 10 minutes and we were done. So
that's how we felt about King's Dilemma. Jesus Christ. Just one more game. Like, swear to God, the King's gonna fucking die.
That's a whole other podcast.
So. Oh no, we shit on that game a little bit already.
Yeah, it's a whole other podcast.
Yeah. But no, thank you guys for listening. That was our pseudo review / battle royale of the 3 games that we felt worthy to step up into this Coliseum here for your dismantling. But from BB and me, we just want to say that we are everywhere. We are on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Just look us up, Next Game Dilemma. We just launched the nextgamedilemma.com. So you can go on there. We'll start to put up full reviews of board games. We'll start to put up playlists for your enjoyment, background music, and some nice mood music. Should the time arise for you to go into the caves, you got something in the background. That's pretty much it. Take it easy, guys.